We back with another mini reaction video. Sullivan Barrera wins you wide unanimous decision versus Felix Valera. This your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic. Wasn't easy. Seems like they pointed out in the little thread I was on that Barrera gets knocked down in the first round, damn near every fight. And Valera put him down. Then Barrera put Felix Valera down, and it was more of a slip, but the referee called it a knockdown, and it was tit for tat all night, and you could tell that Barrera was getting the best of Felix Valera going down the stretch of this fight, because Valera started getting on his bike, hitting low. I don't know if it was on purpose, maybe it was fatigue, maybe it was a mixture of the two. Trying to survive. Barrera definitely was cleaning his clock with some of them clean punches, and Felix Valera got it in as well. He was scoring as well, but it seemed that Barrera was the more sturdier fighter. He was the more stable fighter, the more durable fighter in there. And Valera gave a good show, man. That was a good quote feature. I thought it was better than I expected. I didn't break down this fight. Didn't watch Valera fight. I know he fought Bivol. And I think Bivol went all 12 or 10 rounds with him, unanimous decision. And that just shows that he's durable. But, Barrera was cutting the ring down on him. He was. And trying to make him fight. And when he closed the distance, it seemed like Valera was trying to go low. And he was in survival mode, from the mid-round down the end of the stretch of the fight. It was only 10 rounds. But, Barrera, set up a fight with Demetrius Bivol. And he showed a lot of skill, man. And like my boy Jordan Larkin pointed out, man, he says that Barrera got the same issue that Terrence Crawford got. And that's when their opponent hit them, they want to get reckless and get back at their opponent any means necessary. So they tit for tat. And when you do that, and guys know you do that, they can set you up. And when you go in there reckless and you rush in there and trying to get back at somebody just like that real quick, and they know, a real fighter knows you do that, they're going to hit you clean and potentially knock you out. And Barrera, he cut the ring off well. He got one of the better jabs in the division, probably one of the better jabs in boxing. He can punch. I mean, he does a lot of things well. He's just not that fast, switchy athlete, but he's athletic enough to be the best at 175 pounds. Like a lot of people say, 175 pounds is up in the air. I like to see Felix Valera back again as well. Who's number one? Most people say Adonis Stevenson because he beat the lineal champion Chad Dawson. Then he's been a staple of the division, but he hasn't fought the best, and it's like he's going to be fighting Badou Jack. Most people know Badou Jack, that they say he ducked Bivol, but at the end of the day, he's going to trade a Bivol mandatory shot that could have landed on HBO, which we know Al Haymon and HBO don't mix, but they starting to work with each other, for the number one shot at Adonis Stevenson. So what would you be, a guy 11-0 and Bivol and get no credit for it? Or would you beat Adonis Stevenson and get the green belt and become the lineal champion of the division? So if that's the case, that he's going to Badou Jackson with a shot at Adonis Stevenson, he can beat Stevenson. The division is his. Basically he can do whatever he wants to do. He got the most powerful advisor in the game, and Al Haymon. So that's what he's going to do. But I think Barrera is going to be the class of this division. Of course, he got things to shore up in his game. He got a lot of things to correct, as every other light heavyweight does as well. So Barrera, showed he has some dog in him, so that he can box, so that he can be aggressive, so that he can be a counterpuncher. He got a good jab. He can cut off the ring. I mean, he's checking the box in a lot of different departments, which a lot of other heavyweights can't check the box in half of those departments. A lot of them are just one-trick ponies. But let's get ready for Kovalev versus Vansky. I'm picking Kovalev in that fight. Did a prediction video. Just think he's a better class of fighter, as long as he's mentally stable and he's not on his quitter shit today. But excellent performance, excellent show for entertaining the theater room at Madison Square Garden today by Valera and Barrera. They both threw some punches and landed some punches and threw some bombs. It just seems Barrera was a more durable opponent. He had more firepower in his arsenal, and Valera went into safe mode, or at least safety mode, and towards the end of that fight, and it was what it was, man. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to the LDBC, the YTBC. We working. We out.